Non-metals. Generally, non-metals do not react with mineral acids. Reaction with bases. Oxides of metals are bases. For example, Na2O, that is your sodium oxide, MgO, which is your magnesium oxide, K2O, the potassium oxide. When oxides of metals are dissolved in water, they form hydroxides. Hydroxides are also bases. Metals reacting with bases. So Na2O plus H2O gives rise to 2NaOH. That is sodium oxide plus water gives us sodium hydroxide.
Na2O plus H2O gives NaOH, where Na2O is sodium oxide, H2O is water, and NaOH is sodium hydroxide. Let us balance this equation. After balancing, we'll get the final equation as Na2O plus H2O gives 2NaOH.
Similarly, magnesium oxide plus water gives us magnesium hydroxide.
MgO plus H2O gives MgOH, where MgO is magnesium oxide, H2O is water, MgOH is magnesium hydroxide.
Potassium oxide plus water gives us potassium hydroxide. In this case, potassium oxide is dropped over a water solution and the water solution turns red litmus paper blue, forming potassium hydroxide solution. Difference between a base and an alkali. We make use of the words like base and alkali for similar metallic oxides or hydroxides. But the difference between a base and an alkali is that base is weak and an alkali is strong in reaction. Also, base is sparingly soluble in water, whereas an alkali is highly soluble in water. So zinc plus copper sulfate gives rise to zinc sulfate plus copper. Zinc forms zinc sulfate and copper is liberated. This is called a replacement reaction. So copper and silver nitrate gives rise to copper nitrate plus silver. Silver is liberated or replaced. Here are examples where replacement reactions do not take place. Silver plus copper sulfate is no reaction. Silver plus zinc sulfate also has no reaction. Examine each reaction given above in the light of the reactivity of a metal in relation to the metal in which it has to replace from its salt solution.
Ag plus CuSO4 gives no reaction, where Ag is silver, CuSO4 is copper sulfate. Ag plus ZnSO4 gives no reaction, where Ag is silver, ZnSO4 is zinc sulfate.
Platinum, gold, and sometimes silver are the least reactive metals. These metals do not react with oxygen, moisture, or other chemicals and hence remain in pure form. Because of this, they do not tarnish and remain shiny. Uses of metals. It is used for making machines, automobiles, pipes, screws, and nails. In the construction of buildings and bridges. In making utensils. Zinc and nickel for coating iron for protection from corrosion. For making electrical wires from copper, aluminium, and iron. For making items of jewelry from silver, gold, and platinum. In thermometers and fluorescent tubes as full of mercury. Uses of nonmetals include oxygen, which is essential for life. It is used for breathing. Hydrogen is used for synthesizing ammonia. Carbon and nitrogen are a part of the living world, including foods. Coal and petroleum are used as fuel and a base for plastics. Graphite is used in pencils and as a lubricant. Sulfur is a part of acid used in batteries. Phosphorus used in matchsticks, fireworks and medicines. Now there are many more uses of non-metals. Summing up, all the matter on the earth is either a metal or a non-metal. Metals and non-metals exhibit properties on the basis of which they are differentiated. Metals exhibit entirely different properties from non-metals. Metals are hard and with luster, denser, malleable, ductile and sonorous. Non-metals are brittle, non-lustrous, non-malleable, non-ductile and non-sonorous. Carbon is an important non-metal and it is an integral part of the living organism. Carbon found in three forms, that is coal, graphite and diamond. So the black material inside a writing pencil is graphite, a form of carbon. Metals react with oxygen and water. With oxygen, they form basic oxides. With water, they form bases or hydroxides. Non-metals react with oxygen to form acidic or neutral oxides. With water, form bases or hydroxides.